In English, one way to ask for advice is using the modal verb should. We can make this type of question using should I plus the verb. For example, should I stay or should I go? The question should I means I want advice or a recommendation about something. But how can we give advice? One common way to respond to a question with should is also to use should in the answer. You can start by saying, I think you should, and then the verb. Here you are giving advice. You can also use other subjects like I think he should, I think we should, or I think they should. How about when we want to give advice about what not to do? Here we use I don't think you should plus the verb. I don't think you should go. I don't think you should stay. But be careful. We cannot say I think you shouldn't plus a verb. No, this is not correct. In English, we do not use shouldn't after I think. Remember to watch our video about the modal verb should for more information about how to create questions and sentences using that modal verb. Let's practice this. Look at this example. Should I buy the red shirt or the blue shirt? Here, I am asking for your advice about which shirt to buy. How could you respond this? One way is, I think you should buy the red one. You can say buy the red one or buy the red shirt. One can be used to avoid repetition of the word shirt and sounds more natural. Now let's give a reason why you think the person should buy a red shirt. You can sometimes do this by using a comparative. For example, I think you should buy the red shirt because it is nicer than the blue one. Nicer is a comparative adjective. We are comparing the red shirt and the blue shirt. When giving advice, a comparative can be used to give a reason for your advice. I recommend you watch our video about comparative and superlative adjectives if you haven't already. Let's practice. Answer these questions using the adjective in its comparative form. Click pause to give yourself more time to answer each question. Should I learn English or Latin? I think you should learn English because it is more useful than Latin. Should I travel by train or by plane? I think you should travel by plane because it is quicker than by train. Should Lucy have the soup or the sandwich? I think she should have the sandwich because it is more delicious than the soup. Should Paul wear a suit or a t-shirt to the business meeting? I think he should wear a suit because it is more appropriate than a t-shirt. Should I eat chocolate or broccoli? I think you should eat broccoli because it is healthier than chocolate. Should they spend their vacation in the city or at the beach? I think they should spend their vacation at the beach because it is more relaxing than in the city. Should Mary adopt the dog or the cat? I think she should adopt the dog because it is nicer than the cat. Should I boil an egg or bake a cake? I think you should boil an egg because it is easier than baking a cake. Should my boss fire Mr. Loth or Mrs. Izzy? I think your boss should fire Mr. Loth because he is lazier than Mrs. Izzy. Should I vote for Mr. Lime or Mr. Ruth? I think you should vote for Mr. Ruth because he is more honest than Mr. Lime. Should I buy a new car or an old car? I think you should buy a new car because it is more reliable than an old car. Should we eat at home or at a restaurant? I think we should eat at home because it is cheaper than at a restaurant. Should Steve put the ice cream in the fridge or the freezer? I think he should put the ice cream in the freezer because it is colder than the fridge. Should I buy a bicycle or a motorcycle? I think you should buy a bicycle because it is safer than a motorcycle. Should I take singing lessons with Berta or Bob? I think you should take singing lessons with Berta because she is more professional than Bob. I hope you found this video useful. I really think you should share this video with your friends. Have an awesome day.